your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. This was not something that I had on my 2024 bingo card. Definitely didn't see a back and forth with Mac Lethal and Tom MacDonald happening, but Tom did throw some shots at Mac Lethal subliminally on one of his recent songs. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something like, I don't diss people because look what happened last time I did. And I want to say he referred to somebody's wife divorcing them. I could be wrong about exactly what it was that he mentioned, but I think that's what it was. And people said that he was talking about Mac Lethal. And apparently Mac Lethal heard it and he felt some type of way. So he dropped this diss. Tom MacDonald is an NAZI. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on YouTube. I don't know if they're going to flag it. I don't know how that works. So I'm not going to say the word, but we might be getting a little back and forth. Now, whether or not Tom responds, I don't know. But we got 7 minutes and 30 seconds of Mac Lethal going in. And for anybody that does not know, Mac Lethal is definitely a battle rap legend. You got to give him his props. This man was in Scribble Jams back in the day. I remember watching him in Illmaculate. I met him actually. I just realized, I completely forgot, when he was on tour with Crypt. I think it was in Baltimore. I had stopped. I wanted to show love to Crypt. Obviously, he was there, and I was able to chop it up with him for a couple of minutes at the end after most people had left the bar. And he's a really good dude. I like Mac Lethal. I've not met Tom MacDonald, but I do also like him. He seems like a good guy. He's always shown me love. I like doing reactions to his songs because it brings out a lot of stuff that you can discuss and just a lot of topics and things. I may not always agree with his opinion, but I like the platform to, or the, I don't know how I want to put it, but like he gives you something to discuss. That's really what it comes down to. Either way, I like both of them. So I have no side in this. I'm just going to enjoy this as a reaction channel, as a fan of both. And we're going to see where this goes from here. So let's dive in. Let's see what's happening.
Let's be clear about one thing. You started it, you sneak dissing pussy.
Oh my God.
I thought it was funny too. We already squashed this, dude. What are you doing? Here's a backstory. A couple years ago, Tom MacDonald got his feelings hurt and made a track towards me. Tried to diss me in a rapping war, tried to bait me into going back and forth, but I really didn't have the passion for it, so I made one song and I had to ignore it. I don't want to sound rude, I just think he's mad corny. I didn't want to give it energy. A transphobic, homophobic culture vulture rapping about white supremacy isn't worthy of facing me lyrically. But I'm getting tired of watching this dude embarrass hip-hop's history. And the other day he dropped a new song and for some reason he was dissing me. Fine, fight contract signed. Normally I wouldn't pay this any mind, but you made a 9-minute song about your personal life. Why the fuck you mention mine? I've been minding my business and buying some property. Why are you dissing me? Why you take shots at me, man? Are you buying prescriptions again? Is it lines that you're sniffing? It's gotta be. Fuck it. Ding ding, let's begin. You got weak skin. We followed each other on IG. We DM'd. We even agreed that we would be friends. Thomas, we already squashed it. Last time I took the high road. This time I'm getting toxic. First off, your music sucks, you're goofy as fuck, your beats are trash. I bet $1 million cash that I could easily beat your ass. Your girlfriend is a skeezer with diseases, she got fleas and crabs. She used to go to Russell Simmons' house and eat his ass. No.
Ooh, wait, hold up. I wasn't ready for this. Okay, there's a lot of stuff to unpack. Let me, oh boy. This is about to get crazy. He said he's going to get toxic, and that's exactly what he's doing. I don't know that Nova knows Russell Simmons. Is this a thing? Does anybody know more about this? I don't know that she actually went there to eat his ass, but maybe there was a relationship, and he's spinning a little narrative here.
Getting toxic. First off, your music sucks, you're goofy as fuck, your beats are trash. I bet $1 million cash that I could easily beat your ass.
That would be interesting to see. Mac Lethal does know some jujitsu. Like this man has been training, and if I'm not wrong, for quite a while, especially if he still does. So there's a good chance that that's a true statement. But this next bar, this is where shit gets a little left.
Girlfriend is a skeezer with diseases. She got fleas and crabs. She used to go to Russell Simmons' house and eat his ass.
Listen, I love Nova. I really do. I'm a Nova fan. I think she's dope at what she does. Her videography skills are on point. Like, again, I have no horse in this race. I'm just enjoying the diss tracks for what they are. I'm not going to get mad for either side based on what's being said. I just love diss tracks, so I'm just checking it out, and I'm going to give as unbiased of a review as I possibly can and enjoy it for what it is. So I don't want anybody to get upset with me and be like, yo, listen, you've been doing reactions to Tom and Nova, and you say that you like her, but now you're laughing at this. It's because that has nothing to do with me. This shit ain't got nothing to do with my life. I'm here to enjoy it. So I think you should probably do the same.
Nova Rockefeller. Known for Rockefeller. She was a groupie over at Def Jam and a hoe at Rockefeller. You nerdy cuck, I wouldn't touch that dirty slut for $30. You're not even in the top 10 rappers. Your girl is fucked.
Oh my God.
Yo. Them's fighting words. Yo, we're a minute and 30 into a 7-minute 30 track. I feel like this is gonna get dirty. It already is, but this I wasn't ready for this. Oh no. Oh no. And the pictures that he's showing to go with it. Oh boy.
Jamming a hoe at Rockefeller. You nerdy cuck, I wouldn't touch that dirty slut for $30. You're not even in the top 10 rappers, your girl is fucked.
Oh my God.
She's vaginally infected. I'll get back to her in a second. First, I'm smashing you on this record. I'll punch you so hard you'll see 3 of me. You'll say, hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave.
Half your fucking fan base wishes they could buy slaves. I donate my money to veterans. Okay, what you want, a peppermint? Don't complain about it, just do it. Quit patting yourself on the back for the camera lens. You're just Doja Cat for Nazis, a feminine racist on every beat. They call you an anti-woke rapper because your music puts everybody to sleep. Fuck everything that your lame ass do. If Dave Matthews had braids and a face tattoo and made a song called If I Was a Gay Black Jew, we would all be like, hey, that's you. Acting like you represent the blue-collar working man rocking.
Yo, I like the way Mac Lethal goes about some of his shit. Like, this shit is hilarious.
Don't complain about it, just do it. Quit patting yourself on the back for the camera lens. You're just Doja Cat for Nazis, a feminine racist on every beat. They call you an anti-woke rapper because your music puts everybody to sleep. Fuck everything that your lame ass do. If Dave Matthews had braids and a face tattoo and made a song called If I Was a Gay Black Jew, we would all be like, hey, that's you. Acting like you represent the blue-collar working man rocking army boots when you live in Woodland Hills and wear $5,000 Versace suits. You'll never fuck with Mac. Look at this blonde bitch surrounded by shirtless African-American actors. What, you about to get gangbanged in an episode of Black? Your fans cheer when planes fly over Gaza dropping bombs.
I'm a 52-year-old soccer mom. I hate rap, but you're awesome, Tom.
Fake fraud, poser, liar, charlatan, and grifter at heart. You
I feel like Tom got to respond to this. This shit kind of hard, bro. I'm not even going to lie. This shit kind of hard. Like, he's breaking some shit down. I'm here for this. I really want a response. We need this back and forth.
bitch surrounded by shirtless African-American actors. What, you about to get gangbanged in an episode of Black? Your fans cheer when planes fly over Gaza dropping bombs.
I'm a 52-year-old soccer mom. I hate rap, but you're awesome, Tom.
Fake fraud, poser, liar, charlatan, and grifter at heart. You have no fucking dignity. You'll do anything just to get on the charts. Bitch, I'm a star. Kicking these bars, burning his body. I'll rip it apart. Tom, did you call yourself the white version of Kendrick Lamar? Talking like you kicked down doors for the indie movement. Bitch, you stole that same blueprint from rhyme sayers and strange music. I paved your road, real indie since '01. Now I'm Marvin Gaye's father. I'm killing my own son.
I actually got a little bit of hate on that video where I discussed and talked about the fact that Tech Nine, Strange Music, which I didn't mention Strange Music, but that's obviously a part of Tech Nine, had been doing this indie thing for a lot longer and kind of set the path for a lot of people to do it. And people were like, oh yeah, but he's not as big or this or that. And I mean, listen, nobody's trying to disrespect Tom because what Tom is doing is amazing, in my opinion. The fact that he's able to do this independently is impressive. Anybody that can do it at a high level, super impressive. But all I was doing was stating that he didn't set the stage for someone to do that. That came before him at a time when it was even harder, when you couldn't distribute your own music on streaming platforms and all that kind of stuff, and you had to just kind of out the trunk sell CDs and shit like that. So that's all I was saying, and it makes sense that he would then put that into his diss and kind of play the same angle.
Real indie since '01. Now I'm Marvin Gaye's father. I'm killing my own son.
That's cold. That's cold.
There's a story about a boy named Tom. He had a rich dad and a racist mom.
Nova.
Daddy,
Here, Nova.
Daddy.
Come here, girl. Sit. Aw, good girl. Here's a treat.
Daddy.
Here's the truth that you can't run from. No Can Do told me when I'm fighting monsters, don't let it make you become one. Your ego's too big. It's
Oh, I like that bar. That's dope. By the way, anybody that does not know who No Can Do is, that man is a battle rap legend as well. Shout out to No Can Do, amazing freestyler in his own right. I really rock with him. I think he still makes music as well. We'll have to look it up at some time.
Good girl, here's a treat. Daddy, here's the truth that you can't run from. No can do told me when I'm fighting monsters, don't let it make you become one. Your ego's too big, it's gotta be deflated. Trying to say political rap is a genre you created? You gotta be fucking kidding me. You ever heard of Ice-T, Ice Cube, Immortal Technique, X-Clan, or Public Enemy? Of course you haven't. You know nothing about the culture. Second Amendment, right guns coming about the holster. Put the pistol in your mouth. Name one song off of Illmatic before I pulled the trigger. You wanna be American so bad that you won't even rep your own flag, and now you're getting toe tagged. On every single song you use that same dead flow. Your girl's like Emily Willis, a brain dead hoe. I should have known that you're a...
Yo, that's a little bit too soon. That's kind of raw. I'm not going to lie to you. So for anybody that does not know, Emily Willis was a porn star who I thought she had OD'd, but I think that they said that there was no drugs in her system or something. She ended up having like a cardiac arrest, a heart attack. I don't know why I said it that way. Or something had happened and she went into a coma for a little while. I think she woke up and they're hoping that she improves, but the doctors think that she might be at the point that she's going to be and that it's not going to change. And she's kind of in a vegetative state. And she could hear, she can understand things, but she can't like respond or show much like emotion with her face or anything like that. And that's a sad story. That's wild that my man just threw. That's cold. That's cold. I don't know. It's like, I get it. Battle rap, anything goes. People say some of the wildest shit. I've heard crazier stuff, but that one, that got me for a second right there. This is crazy though. I like how he's spinning a lot of the things that Tom has done, does his I don't want to say, I was gonna say inability, but it's not an inability. His lack of knowledge potentially in hip hop. I don't know. Like he might know the whole entire album of Illmatic. He might know a whole lot of stuff and really be in tune with rap, but he's painting this narrative that he's not. And I think it's a good angle to take, especially given some of the stuff that he said, like, you know, I'm the first political rapper that made it popular, but then like he said, NWA, a lot of these dudes that came way, way, way before him. The same thing with the whole indie thing. Look at these guys that came before you. So he's kind of like taking a lot of the stuff that he said or painted himself as being the pioneer in and saying that's not true. There's all these examples. And then saying you don't really know much about rap. That's how you don't think that there's people that came before you doing this. So it's a good angle.
That you won't even rep your own flag, and now you're getting toe tagged. On every single song you use that same dead flow. Your girl's like Emily Willis, a brain dead hoe. I should have known that you're a damn snake. The type of person that'll look right in a man's face and offer him a handshake. Call a truce, declare peace on the landscape, then diss his family life just to entertain your fan base. On God mode, trying to rap like Jesus, but in real life you act like Judas with pussycat-like movements. I feel like Caesar getting stabbed by Brutus, but I got whiplash, so drums make me smack my students. The YouTube diss track.
Praise it. Knox Hill will explain. Oh shit. Yo, shout out to Knox Hill for getting a little plug in the video. That's actually kind of dope. Knox is that guy, man. He's really good at breaking shit down. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Yo, this is fire though. Mac doing his thing. It's tough for me because, like I said, I rock with Tom MacDonald. I do like it. I think he seems like a good guy to me. I don't know him personally, though, just the little interactions that we've had amongst me doing reactions to his videos. And I like discussing things around his videos, even if I don't always agree with every point that he makes. There are some toxic people that jump in those comments afterwards, though, which is why you don't see me respond to a lot of comments on my Tom MacDonald reactions, because some of y'all be bugging, like bugging. And I just probably, I don't got the mental capacity to deal with that kind of shit. But I've loved battle rap for so many years, since early 2000s. Like it's hard for me not to be like, yo, I want to see my battle rap brethren do their thing. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me not to lean towards Mac Lethal. I'm curious to see what comes. I got a lot of shit with their last back and forth too, because people did not want to respect any of my opinions on Mac Lethal doing his thing in his diss track. It was just a lot of people being like, yo, you're crazy. You're crazy for thinking that he did good. But Mac knows what he's doing. This man comes from battle rap. He gets how to create angles. He understands how this shit works. Like you cannot put this man out. Like this shit could be good.
Jesus, but in real life you act like Judas with pussycat-like movements. I feel like Caesar getting stabbed by Brutus, but I got whiplash, so drums make me smack my students. The YouTube diss tracks, they really ain't my vibe. When I battle a rapper, shit, I'd rather do it live. I'll bet $50,000 to the charity of your choice that you won't look me in the eyes and put clarity in your voice.
Yo, so he's basically calling Tom out to a straight up battle. Like, let's get on King of the Dot. Let's You know, it used to be Grind Time Now for a little while. There was the WRCs, obviously the Scribble Jams before that. There's been a lot of different stuff, but right now I'd say King of the Dot is like the venue to go to. Imagine that. King of the Dot, it's a Canadian league. Tom goes back, battles in Canada against Mac Lethal. That shit would go crazy. The numbers would be insane. We're never going to get it. I already know we're never going to get it. Obviously, Mac Lethal is willing to step back in that ring and do it. I just don't think that Tom would be willing to go there. I don't think so.
And say the things about me that you said in all your diss tracks when I'm a foot away from you and you might just get bitch slapped. Shit, we could battle on King of the Dot. Your girl knows all those dudes. She's seen all their cocks. We could
Bro, I forgot. Like, Nova used to be associated with King of the Dot. Yo, this is wild. This shit that he's saying, I can keep saying, fighting words. Fighting words.
that you said in all your diss tracks when I'm a foot away from you and you might just get bitch slapped. Shit, we could battle on King of the Dot. Your girl knows all those dudes. She's seen all their cocks. We could battle up in Canada, right in your hometown. I'll let you pick the city and venue it goes down. And I promise I'll get a bigger applause than you. Because in hip-hop, there ain't a bigger fraud than you. I went on tour with D12. Those dudes are my new friends. They showed me some video you made for Eminem. They told me they were in the studio with Slim. When he watched it, he cringed and he cut it off 30 seconds in. Eminem doesn't like you. He does not respect you. You made a love song about him, begging him to peg you. Have
You made a love song about him begging him to peg you. Yo, see, I don't know what's true, what's not, but I mean, he's claiming, listen, I was on tour with D12. They showed me this. M saw your video. He cut that shit off 30 seconds in because he thought it was cringy. Imagine that. That's wild. It's very possible that it's true.
Because in hip-hop, there ain't a bigger fraud than you. I went on tour with D12. Those dudes are my new friends. They showed me some video you made for Eminem. They told me they were in the studio with Slim. When he watched it, he cringed and he cut it off 30 seconds in. Eminem doesn't like you. He does not respect you. You made a love song about him, begging him to peg you. Have you noticed that publicly he's never even mentioned it? I'm sorry, buddy. I know that's not how you envisioned it. You thought he'd call you like, hey, Tom, it's Slim Shady. You're so controversial. How are you this crazy? You want to make a song about how transgender men are pretend ladies and all the live ladies having mixed babies? And how the Mexican border is being invaded by woke Palestinians causing inflation? We'll call it White Boys Part 12. It'll be awful. And the Grammy goes to Eminem and Tom MacDonald. I'm sorry that you didn't get to do a song with your hero. At least you got to do a song with Ben Shapiro, the dude that censored Candace Owens' views quick. And he said that rap music isn't real music. And he tried to say the pussies aren't supposed to get wet. That song was so controversial and over the edge. I'm kidding. Nobody cares about your facts or your feelings. You make music for people that storm the Capitol building. You make rap tunes for white trash inbred people that snort crank in dirty ass gas station bathrooms. People that shoot AR-15s in classrooms. That never heard of Nas Del Woo or Black Moon. You make music for people that hate black dudes. People that huff gas fumes, got barbed wire tattoos. People that say the N-word while playing Call of Duty. People that buy a case of Bud Light just to shoot it. Incels that are terrified of sex. And people that pay money to be verified on X. People that say, now normally I don't like rap, but this Tom MacDonald dude is great cause he ain't black. I rewrote this diss 3 times, kept throwing out the verses. Punchlines weren't cutting, it needed substance and some purpose. I realized I needed to try to cut beyond the surface. And instead of murdering you, maybe I could be of service.
Yo, I like that. So he's like, I rewrote this multiple times because I was throwing punchlines in there and they just weren't working. I needed to be more personal. I needed to cut below the surface. And that's what I've said so many times when it comes to diss tracks or just anytime you're going at somebody with a back and forth battling, whatever it is, when you use personals and you spin narratives, and it doesn't mean that that has to be fake because you're spinning a narrative, but it could be that you're taking something that's real and adding a little extra to it. You could just be completely talking about something real, or sometimes you take something that's a potential reality, right? Like something that might be a rumor and you can kind of spin a narrative and tie it into other things to make it come across and make people actually question it. I think that that's always going to be the best approach when it comes to diss tracks or battle rap, because when you got people questioning if something's real or not, or like, yo, they really did that. This is, you know, like that fits. That is kind of what he does. And like that shit will hit harder than just some generic punchlines that are just dope bars. Like, oh, cool. That's a dope bar. All right, great. On to the next one. But when you say some personal shit, people sit there and they question it like, oh, I never thought of it that way. Oh, he really does this. Or like that, it's always going to be the hardest hit.
You constantly just brag about the ways you feel yourself. It's obvious you're losing your battle with mental health. Tried to fill the emptiness in your soul by getting wealth, but the money, fame, Louis, and Gucci, it didn't help. You need to go to Balenciaga and get a belt, put it around your neck, kick out the stool, then kill yourself. You need to put a gun to your head, then drill yourself, cause to yourself, you've never revealed yourself. I swear to God, I know record label execs that managed you, represented you, brought you a couple checks. They told me all sorts of shit about you. How you like to...
Woo! So that's interesting in a few different ways. One, because he cut off and said that there's some shit that he likes that is probably going to be in the next version of the diss. I don't know if he's just going to drop it regardless, or if he won't drop it if Tom doesn't respond, or how, I don't know how this is going to go, but I need to hear the rest of this. But he also said, I know record label execs.
Swear to God, I know record label execs that managed you.
That managed you. Now, being managed by record label exec doesn't mean that you signed a deal, but it kind of negates a little bit of the independent thing, if I'm not mistaken, right? Is that, I don't know if that's the angle he's trying to take as well, but then also said, they told me some things, and those things are to be continued. So my man might have some shit that we got to talk about. Oh, I'm interested. I'm here for this. I'm really hoping we get a response. We may not. Tom might completely ignore it. But then the fact that he ended it the way that he did and said some of the things he did is going to depend on how people look at it, right? Like sometimes you don't respond because you're like, you know what? I'm above that. I don't really care. Ate this dude's food before. This is just what Tom might be thinking, right? I'm not saying that that's what I thought. I'd have to go back and listen again because I don't even remember what my opinion was back then. But we also only got one from Mac Lethal and two from Tom MacDonald, so it wasn't a full fleshed out battle at that point. Anyways, regardless, what I'm trying to say is you could look at it like, oh, I'm above that, so I'm not responding. But some people might look at it like, well, he claims that he has some dirt on you, and you might not be responding because you don't want that second half to drop. Or, you know, like you don't want to go deeper down this hole because he's going to talk about some real shit. The stuff that he said about Nova might be the most scathing stuff in this, just in the sense that, like, he's talking about your girl. Like, yo, she knows all the guys' dicks at King of the Dot. She was eating Russell Simmons' ass. She didn't slept with more than 10 rappers, like you not even on the top 10 list. Like some wild shit he was saying. And then obviously some stuff about Tom and breaking down a lot of different things amongst his career, who he makes music for, the kind of angles that he takes, why he takes them. Like this to me was a really, really well put together diss track. And to me, this needs a response. Like this right here is some shit. And you got to come back with some shit if you want to be able to take this. So I'm here for it, baby. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Let me know down below in the comments. Again, I'm not trying to pick a side. I know I said that it's hard for me not to lean towards Mac Lethal because I grew up on battle rap and I watched that man years and years before I ever knew who Tom MacDonald was. But at the end of the day, I'm going to look at these as unbiased as possible. If Tom came back and dropped one of the greatest diss tracks that and just completely bodied this one, I'm going to let you know that. If he drops and I feel like it didn't hold up and Mac Lethal ate his food, I'm going to let you know that. I'm just going to be completely honest. I'm sure some people are going to get upset, but as of right now, Mac is cooking. And my man, listen, flipping pancakes again. He's doing his thing. Now, shout out to Mac Lethal. I'm interested. I'm hoping we get some more. If so, I will catch you in that one, but take it easy, homies.